Imagine two of the world's greatest powers lined up with soldiers, cannons, and warships ready for battle. Now imagine the war that almost broke out was all because of a pig. Sounds ridiculous. Well, in 1859, the United States and Britain nearly went to war over one unlucky hog. The stage was the San Juan Islands, a cluster of islands between what is now Washington State and British Columbia. After the US and Britain signed the Oregon Treaty in 1846, the border between the two countries was supposed to follow the middle of the channel. The problem? There were two channels. The Haro Strait favored the Americans. The Rosario Strait favored the British. Both nations claimed the San Juans as their own. So when settlers moved in, things got tense. You had American farmers on one side, British employees of the powerful Hudson's Bay Company on the other end. No clear government authority. It was a recipe for trouble. Enter June 15th, 1859. An American farmer, Lyman Cutler, notices a large black pig rooting in his potato patch. It wasn't the first time it had been happening again and again. Frustrated, Cutler grabbed his rifle and shot the pig. But this wasn't just any pig. It belonged to Charles Griffin, an Irish employee of the Hudson's Bay Company. Griffin was furious. He demanded that Cutler pay him $100, a huge sum at the time, for the loss of his prized hog. Cutler offered $10 instead, insisting the pig kept trespassing. Griffin refused. The argument quickly escalated, and soon it wasn't just about a pig, it was about national pride. Word spread fast. American settlers called for protection from the British. U.S. Army Captain George Pickett, the same Pickett who would later lead the infamous Pickett charge at Gettysburg, was sent with troops to the island. The British weren't going to let this slide. They dispatched 5 warships, bristling with cannons, into San Juan waters. Imagine being a farmer and suddenly seeing soldiers marching in warships anchoring just off the coast because of one shot pig. At its peak, nearly 500 American troops and over 2,000 British sailors and Marines were on high alert, weapons ready. Both sides were under orders not to fire the first shot, but one spark could have ignited a full-blown war. Thankfully, diplomacy won out. The regional commanders, British Admiral Robert Baines and American General Winfield Scott, decided the whole affair was far too ridiculous to risk war. So instead of fighting, the two countries agreed to a joint military occupation. For the next 12 years, both American and British soldiers lived side by side on the San Juan Islands. And here's the funny part. The camps actually became friendly. Soldiers traded goods, shared meals, and even celebrated holidays together. The pig war turned into something closer to a joint neighborhood watch. The standoff finally ended in 1871, when the dispute was sent to international arbitration.